Okay, I think we should have audio now. We good? We good? We good? Welcome, everybody. Hello, Firefly. Hello, Sarah. Welcome to the stream. What are we going to work on today? I think we got a couple things to start off with. I noticed last time that there was some, like, issues with the ship, so I'm going to immediately probably start working on that. But there's also just, like, generally we might continue the octopus. I did do some more work on the octopus, so if you tuned in last stream and you saw the octopus, we're going to see him right now. So, let's pop down here, and you can see this new enemy here. He's got some animation issues, so we're probably going to work on that a little bit. I think, Sarah, you might be interested in seeing some of the animations that we're going to do, because I think you're working on that as well. Oh, also, a little bit of a weird, behavior there with the octopus, but I'm sure we can deal with that. He's rolling. I think, we need to work, we're gonna need to tweak his, like, center of mass, I think, because he keeps, like, flipping upward. So one of the reasons that happens is because you can see his collider here. We can actually fix that now. Basically, Hola, by the way. I will be teaching you guys how to animate. Probably not what you want, because the octopus himself is an interesting rig, which you will see in a moment. But, so, we have this, octopus here. And as you can see, he has his collider. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if the octopus is a male. I don't know how, so I guess the octopus is, collider. So that's in the collider here. So if I want to give it a custom center of mass, right now the center of mass is up here. I want to bring the center of mass down here so he stops flipping over. I gotta go to shape, and I need to create compound shape. That's gonna create our octopus.bcs here. I have done that incorrectly. One second. I forget how to do this. Capsule? Sphere. I think... Okay, well, I might need to create compound shape. Convex hull twos. I need some better tooling for this. But, what happens if I do this? Yeah, this is all busted. I need to do some work in the editor right now. So, yeah. The octopus can be any gender, I suppose. I'm gonna do some work to make the tools for creating different colliders a little bit better. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna quit out of here. We're gonna go into editor.cvv before we fix the collider, and we're gonna do some fixing of the editor itself. And before I do that, I need to put on the stream music. This is not the stream music. This is the wrong playlist. It's gonna be playing. This is gonna be playing some copyrighted music if I'm not careful. I need to go to my playlists. There we go. Here we go. Here's the stream music. So, before we get started, I do have drinks today. We do have soda, and we have a boisson gazeuse. This time from the nation of Vietnam. It is a sparkling mango beverage, it says. So I guess it's just like a mango soda, so we're gonna find out what that is. I don't know. Pretty good, pretty good. Not super sweet, even though the, Health Canada has told me that it's élevé in sucres. Yeah, it's not that sweet, even though apparently it is sweet. It does have a lot of sugar. But we gotta find editor.cpp. And there's gonna be something about compound shapes. Okay. Maybe create compound shape? Okay, so. This appears to not be working correctly. Because it should go into here. So I'm gonna go into debug mode. I'm gonna put a breakpoint here and then because it should be creating a compound shape from our cylinder here. Actually, this guy. But I guess that's not getting hit. We're gonna find out. But we will get to animation stuff, don't worry. We're just waiting for compilation, which should take a second. I think we're getting near the end. Almost done. Once again, don't forget to like and subscribe, by the way, if you're new here. But we do have the game back open now, so I'm gonna mute that audio. And then we're back to the game. So I'm going to go back to the octopus, and I'm going to see what's happening here, because when I click Collider here, I want to create a compound shape. It's supposed to include the cylinders. Okay, so we did hit this. So a compound shape is being created. Let's get some stream music on while we deal with that. And then, what do we do here? So we have this compound shape. Interesting. That's going to save the compound shape. Okay, so we should have a... For some reason, it's not showing me all the different sub-shapes. What happens if I reload? Oh, if I reload, it works. Interesting. So I think what we just need to do here is... What happens if I click reload? What's the thing that... reload. Propagate shape change. Interesting. So I guess we need to do this. So where's my create compound shape? I suppose what I simply need to do is this. It needs to go ahead and then reload from the file. Where is the old shape? Okay. So I think... Oh, it has to be a IC. Oopsies. So I think now if I run this, I'm gonna run this in release. It should just do the thing without me having to click reload. Oh, hey, we got Decker. Salvete. Welcome to the stream. I don't see you. I didn't see you because I was focused on looking at code. I wasn't reading chat. Now I'm reading chat. You can see that my eyes move because This is my chat monitor, and then this is my game monitor. Also, there's lag. Okay, what do we have here? Non-const L value reference. Well, I think I can just make this guy const. I think that should fix it. I think there's probably an oversight to not make it const. Okay, so load shape. Where's the... I think if we just do that, will that work? Hey, it's Kaio! Welcome, hola! Too bad I couldn't tune into your stream. I think we'll get that. You'll get that sorted for tomorrow, maybe. I broke my bottle of honey? That sucks. That's gonna be really annoying to clean up. Okay, why is this having... Okay, what is this? Why is this giving... Oh, I need to do friggin... I see. It needs to be .get, or... Because it's a std variant, or whatever. It's gonna be std get, this thing. I think that does it. Cool. There's no squiggle under there. Std variant is cool and not cool at the same time. Let's just say that. There's some interesting things with it. But, yeah. I don't even know how you would get honey off your floor. That sounds terrifying. But yeah, I think, are we compiling here? It's just taking its time. Well, I mean, okay, there we go. It failed, but I think this one's gonna succeed. Might take a second because I had to change the header file. And my compilation speed is still not as good as I would like. The worst part is there's glass too. I'm at a loss, Lamau. I hope you have a better luck than I in fixing the code. Well, we're not fixing the code. We're just, like, getting it to compile. There's a lot more that you would have to do to actually fix what's wrong. But we're... Once again, C++ is not always the greatest language to stream, because it does take a while to compile sometimes. Especially editor.cpp. I mean, I know why. It's just, Okay, that's gonna take a lot of work, though, is the thing. I have to, like, do all these modules things, and I have to fight with, like, CMake and Clang and all this shit to just make it work. And, yeah. Okay, here we go. We're ready. Okay. Okay, so we wanted to change the center of mass. So we're gonna find our little guy here. We're gonna click on him. I'm gonna go free camera. So, I changed the text size. Let's get that bigger so that you guys can see what I'm doing. That should be readable to you guys. So I'm gonna take this guy. We're gonna find his collider. And take the shape. Create a compound shape. There we go. We have this subshape 0, which is the cylinder. All we need to do is I'm going to set this to 0. I'm going to copy point. Okay, so now you can see this little purple thing is where the center of mass is. So now if I just move this guy up by the same amount, we have the actual shape is origined here, which is the center of mass. But then we have the actual guy up here, and so I'm probably not going to make that quite 0.250 because, like, so I'm going to make that and then 0.05. Okay, cool. So if I go show wireframe, you can see the center of mass is, like, here. It's kind of messy. YouTube compression is probably making this look incomprehensible. But if I turn off wireframe, there you go. So now I can save this prefab, and I can save octopus.bcs. And now, if I go back to running the game, he's probably not going to flip over so much. Although he is, I see. I need to tweak the, I need to tweak the character thing here. So I'm going to do that, like, there. What happens now? Okay. So there's some thing going. Oh, I think I might need to change that in the other direction. Yes. Yes. So what happens if that's 0? Maybe negative 0.1? No. 0.1. 0? Okay, there we go. He's only feet. He's entirely feet. So that's gonna be maybe... Okay, there we go. Now we can save the octopus. So, our octopus should be flipping over less because I have adjusted his center of mass to be sort of down. Okay, there we go. There we go. That's much better now. He is getting a little stuck on that, though. But anyway. Oh, here we go. We got Cesar in here. Welcome. Welcome. Ahoy there. So, we have our octopus. He is getting stuck a little bit on the terrain. I think that's because his shape is, maybe, if I get the, collider, I'm going to take this guy here, and I think if we set the margin to, like, something bigger, I think he might not get stuck so much. That might be too big. We'll see. But, okay, I think that helped. Yeah, okay, so he's not getting stuck anymore. 0.3 is probably huge, though, so I'm going to set that margin back to, like, 0.1 or 0.05. Hope he doesn't get a splinter in his butt while he's crouching over the planks. Yeah, that's true. Okay, so I think we're going to do, like, 0.05. Then save octopus.bcs. Oh, shit. That's the wrong... I meant to set the margin, not the thing. Okay. Oh, apparently I can't change the margin, so we're just gonna save that. Okay, we're good. So he's getting a little bit stuck on that corner, but it's okay. Roomba octopus. Yeah, we're gonna need to do some actual animation for the octopus, but for now, I think he's good enough. So we're saving the prefab. We're gonna quit out of this, and we're gonna go into Blender, because I think everybody wants to see octopus animation. So, octopus.blend. This is, the octopus actually has, like, a really crazy, geometry nodes on him. Because, if I go into edit mode here, you can see that there's vertices here, but there's, like, nothing here. And that's because the legs are, like, a different, the tentacles, I guess, they're, like, a different object here. And these are being... so this is the one with all the, like, grippers on it, but this is what we actually use. This is low poly. So you can see there's no actual geometry for those grippers. It's just flat. Anyway. So, we use this, or I use this geometry node setup. Whoopsies. Here. And to basically just duplicate the legs 8 times. But the annoying thing is that if you can do that with the array tool. The problem is your vertex groups will be all the same vertex groups. And because I needed to assign new vertex groups so that I could give them new bones, I had to, yeah, the octopus got them ground grippers. Because I needed to give them new bones, I had to do this whole thing where I, like, copy the weights from this group, then put them into this group, but only if the, I basically have to do, for each leg, check, like, if the instance is the right leg, and then assign them to a bunch of different hard-coded bones here, which is annoying as shit, but it does work, and it is now animated. So, I think, we are going to... So this is just the idle animation. Probably... No, but it probably should. I mean, we basically just invented this guy. So, the idle animation is 60. This is the idle. This is probably not ideal. So what I'm going to do for the idle animation, and I think Sarah was asking in Discord about how do you do multiple animations in Blender? Well, we're going to show you. So basically... ignore this section. These are actions. So I'm using the action editor right here, which you select by opening up the dope sheet, then selecting action editor here. Once you're in action editor, you have a bunch of different actions, and you can create new ones. So I like to number them so that I know what order they get exported in. Also, these need to have a little thing on them. Oh. There's too many of these. Let's look at the Blender file. I think we have extra actions that we don't need. So I'm going to delete those. 0, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's missing... I'm missing 10. So I need to duplicate this guy. So, and I number... This is, like, not the best way to do it because, like... why does it need the shield? Because of Blender's skill issue, basically. Okay, this is the dumbest shit ever. It's like, basically, Blender assumes that if you're not using an animation, it's gonna delete, like, friggin' your animation. It's not gonna save it. So in order for Blender to not forget that your animation exists, you have to click this thing. Because it's trying to do, like, garbage collection or whatever and remove unused things, but I don't get it. I don't understand it. People have tried to explain it to me. I still don't get it. Anyway, no, the 6-7 kid is not going to be added to the game. Is this some alt account from the guy from last time, Verfy? Are you Verfy's alt? But yeah, it is IamGUI. It is IamGUI. We're not adding the 6-7 kid, okay? That's just not happening. So, we have our idle animation here. I'm gonna sort of redo the idle because this kind of looks like stiff. Like it's just going back and forth between two poses. What's gonna be really cool is, so we're gonna go to our idle animation here, which is 0, 0. I'm actually gonna make it 0, 0, 0 just to, because I'm using 3 digits for all the other ones. So this guy doesn't really have like a fancy rig. He doesn't really need one because he's just all legs. I don't really IK. I don't need to IK anything or anything. So we are going to view layer. Oh, I need to open the curve editor here. Hey, Incentio, welcome. So, These are all cyclical. But what I want to do, I'm going to actually like just clear all these bones here. So I'm going to go to pose mode. Sorry, pose mode. I think there's a hotkey for it, but I don't know what it is. So I'm going to just delete all these keyframes. Then I'm going to go to pose, clear transform all. So we're back to like normal. So I'm going to just start by making this guy move up and down, right? So keyframe on frame 1. No suitable, what do you mean? Sorry, that's going to create a keyframe. And this is a cyclic animation. So I'm going to do I again here. And then this is very similar to what I did last time for this leg, but for the other legs, it's going to be different. So. Oh, also this is mirrored. I want to turn off mirroring the pose because I don't want that. So that's going to be the maximum. So if we do this, you're going to see that it's going to do like kind of a sine function, right? Now, also I'm going to make F-curve modifier cycles. So you can see the sine wave here, right? So now I'm going to do a very similar thing where I go to this guy, put in the keyframe. Halfway through, I'm going to turn it up 30 degrees, put the keyframe in again. Okay, yeah. And then put the Control R. Sorry, Alt R. And that's going to clear that. And so you can see they're moving together. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the cycles here again. Sorry. Add F-curve. Cycles. And now. Yeah, it's Euler. Okay, that's what I wanted. You can see. But I'm going to take the X Euler rotation and move the keyframes over a bit, actually. So actually, I can do it here. So they're offset by a couple frames. And so now you can see that makes kind of a cooler animation because there's like a little bit of time lag, right? So I'm going to do the same thing with this guy. Insert the keyframe halfway, move it up to here, and then back here, clear the thing. But that's still in time with the first one. We're going to do the cycles again. Then we're going to take this, and we're going to move it over another couple frames. So now you can see it's kind of a more interesting animation. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this to the other different bones. So I'm going to select these 3. I think. Is there a way to just copy all these? I mean, I can copy the keys. Oh, here's what I can do. So I can do copy, pose. Then I can do paste X flipped pose. Oh, there's... yeah. Then I can go halfway through. Just to copy... Actually, I can do this for all of them. So, K. Copy pose. So now it's mirrored, right? Although I shouldn't have done that for these ones. I should have done here. Copy pose. Paste pose. Basically add all the keyframes. I wish I could do this for everything. all at once. Wait, what's happening here? Oh, I see. So, copy pose, paste pose, copy pose, paste flip pose. Oh shit, I keep doing this wrong. It's supposed to be this frame. So, copy pose, paste pose. I guess I could do the hotkeys, but so Control C, Control Shift V? Yes. And then we go back to frame 1. Control C, Control Shift V. And also, I'm going to add the cyclical modifier on these ones as well. So you can see that this guy, this pose, so Control C, Control Shift V, so now we have these moving in tandem. You could, it's gonna be annoying though. But what I want to do is I'm gonna now take all these guys, all 3 of these, then I'm gonna offset them by half of the animation. So this is gonna be right here. So now, hey, actually, 6'7" kid, here we go, right here. There's your 6'7" for you. Yeah, I could IK this. We'll see if we might set that up later, but I wish I could just, can I just copy these guys? No. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna turn back on this. I'm going to go to individual origins. I actually realized there's a way faster way of doing this. So individual origins, and I think, yeah, so I think if I, yeah, so now they all come up at the same time, which is actually what I meant to do. So now, I go halfway through, tilt them all up, and then Alt R. So now, oh, that didn't key these guys. Interesting. But here's what I can do. Can I copy all these guys? Copy, and then paste flipped? Oh, because I think I need to key. I need to give these guys a key. Okay, so. There we go. So now I need to start offsetting these guys so that they look a little bit more interesting. So, take these guys. I'm actually just going to select all the guys, go back to frame 1, key them all. Everything's keyed, so. Then I'm going to select every guy, going to put the cycles modifier on. But I think it's, yeah. I think we're starting to get like a basic animation here. That's a little bit better looking. So, gonna go offset this guy by 5 frames. Offset this guy by another 5 frames. I feel like these guys should go negative. So I'm going to take these, turn on and off. Copy the keys, just for the X Euler rotation. Just the rotation. Okay, so something's wrong with the, but I'm gonna, oopsies, gonna hit G and then I'm gonna move them downward. So it's gonna kind of like tilt down, I guess. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so there's another problem, and that's this guy here. There's a key that I don't want, which is this one. Okay, so now we got our weird ass fucking octopus guy. Okay, so that guy was offset by 5 frames. That guy's set off by... Okay, so same here. And then we can set this guy off by another weird number like that. So they're all sort of like desynced. Okay. This is the idle animation. The other thing is I feel like at the peak here, I feel like I actually want to invert this. So I want to scale Y0. No. Scale Y -1. So now... Yeah, so on all the tips, I'm gonna swap them around. So scale Y -1. Now, more weird and octopus-like. Okay, so let's quickly do some stuff at the end. I'm actually just gonna select all these guys. Okay. Location and rotation. Actually, we can select all these guys. Turn off this. Okay. Oh, that's actually not what I want. It was okay when I just had these guys. So, halfway through. Yeah, so there were definitely faster ways I could have done this. That's gonna put in a key for them. And it also has put in a key for these guys, which is what I want. And then we'll go back to the end. Okay. Location. Pose. Clear transform all. Okay, cool. So now, interesting. I simply need to go to the end. Control C, Control Shift V. Now, everything is all kind of like... All the legs are moving. I'm also going to wiggle them back and forth, I think. So, firstly, I'm going to take... I'm also going to take the tips of these guys. And scale everything by scale Y -1. That's not what I wanted. So, just the X, actually. Just the X is going to be -1. Scale Y -1. And now we can sort of offset these guys by... the amount that I wanted so that they kind of like wiggle a little bit differently. Just moving ahead with these guys. Sorry, I'm probably not talking as much as I probably should. Just want to finish this up. I think we're almost done the idle. So, gonna take the stream music is too good. I hope it is. I hope I picked some good tracks for you guys. Yeah, so let's just give these guys a random offset. Like, there. And as long as these don't, like, line up, it'll be fine. And now, everything should be all weird and offset and everything, which is what I want. Very, very spooky looking octopus. I'm just gonna add some like side to side motion here real quick. So right in the middle, I think I can just do that. Turn off the pose mirroring. Is that going side to side? It should be. Maybe I need to do more. Like, all the way there. Okay, yeah. So now I'm going to take this guy. And I believe all the keys are set in the right places, so it should just be a matter of, like, tweaking this stuff to make them, like, wiggle around and shit. And I'm gonna do it mostly with the front tentacles. Whoopsies. Okay, so there's the idle animation. I think it'll look a little bit better. Oh, wait. Just a little bit of head movement. A little bit of head movement. Just gonna do, can I, no, gonna just tilt outward, right halfway through. Gonna make sure that I key everything in there, and then, oopsies, out here, Alt R, and then we're back to normal. Okay, so now, here we go. That's the idle. Everything is moving weirdly. So, we're going to export this guy back, and then we're going to start tweaking the attack animation. And maybe it's going to be more of like a head crab type situation, like Cesar mentioned. So we're going to export that. GLTF. Octopus.gltf. And now, when we get back into the game, it should be doing the new, better idle animation. Although, I'm actually not sure what animation he's going to jump into right off the bat. It might be the movement animation. We'll see. So, what's his current animation? Animation 8. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Okay, so he switched to animation 0, which is the one we want. So now we can see all weirdo looking, which is what we want. Very spooky. Make it possible to wear... Like a hat, yeah, like a turban. It could be cool. Could be cool. Oh, and then he's animation 14, so he's attacking something. Oh, he's probably just run out of animations. Anyway, So let's get back to Blender, and we're going to do an attack animation. Let's see. So Blender. Back to Octopus. So that's going to be 12. I think 14 is like long idle or something. So right now he's smacking with tentacle, but I actually prefer so I'm gonna actually duplicate this. I'm gonna call this like old attack or something. Just so we have a oopsies. I don't need that. I want to go back to my outliner and delete that animation because I don't need it. Okay, cool. So this is old attack. And then we're gonna go back to new attack, which is this one here. So I guess he's gonna like wind up. Maybe we do need IK here, actually. So I am going to gonna go into pose. We're gonna set up some very basic IK for this guy. So I'm gonna go I'm trying to remember what the inverse kinematics. We need to add a IK bone. So I'm going to go to edit mode, actually. I'm going to select all of these different guys. We're going to make sure that... Then I'm going to extrude. And I'm going to name all these... These need to be not deform bones. So I'm going to turn off deform on all of these. Because these are IK, just IK targets. And so then I'm going to name this leg 00 IK dot L. Then this needs to be leg 00 IK dot R. IK dot L. I should have renamed these before I did this, but that's fine. You gotta do so much more when you're doing an octopus because you like everything is like duplicated like 8 times. So that is like one thing that like Blender could like be better on is like, oh, I think there is like an auto rename, but honestly, I'm gonna be done doing this faster than it's gonna take me to figure out how to use the auto rename. Okay, so .r. So now I need to take all these guys. Then I'm gonna do Alt P. So I'm gonna clear the parent. So now these are sort of like root bones. So now if I go to object mode here, these are just kind of like floating out. So, but what I need to do to get the IK to work is this guy. I think I need to set the target to this guy. But I'm trying to remember. Okay, I need to look at something real quick because I need to look at a guy where this is done properly for. Actually, I'm gonna open up Vinny because he's kind of a simpler IK rig. Gonna go to ASO source models, Vinny. Okay. Then, how do I have it set up? Come on. Load in, you slow little guy. So, okay, so we have some IK bones here. How did I do them? So it's on this one, which is basically... I have the IK, and then the target is... Oh, I have to pick the actual bone in it. Then I gotta pick that guy. Okay, so now you can see that the tentacle is the octopus could end up as a wearable weapon rack. So now I'm gonna turn off auto keying for a second, just we can see if our bone is working. So now, okay, I think I need to. It is sort of working, but it's making the body twist, which is not what I want. So I need to take this guy. I need to set the chain length to, I think, 3. And now, there we go. So now the, now it's gonna, okay, so this is gonna be a little bit odd because it's how it's deciding which way to bend. So I'm gonna need some kind of pull target. So I think, because it needs to figure out which direction to bend the bones in. This is interesting. So I think I need to go back into edit mode. I'm just gonna make sure the roll on all these. Yeah, the roll is basically 0, so that's gonna make life a little bit easier. So I'm going to. What happens if I? Okay. These guys. I think I'm just gonna add a bone. Right. Actually, that's probably not a good idea. I think I'm gonna add it right here, where like the sort of knee is. Then I'm gonna go side view, extrude. I'm gonna point them up. Then, gonna click these guys all, unparent them. This is like kind of a wonky, like, clip parent. So now these guys are sort of free, right? Now I need to rename these guys. .ik ik poll dot L. This guy also needs to be an ik poll. They're all gonna be ik polls. Ik poll. So now, I'm gonna need to do the same. What happens if I... What happens if I just delete these guys? Bones, and then I symmetrize. No. I thought that would create them. Oh, wait, delete bones, and then what happens if I select these and I click bones? There we go. That almost did it. Okay, so bones, armature, symmetrize. Okay, that didn't quite do it. Because I had that one selected. I didn't mean to have that one selected. So bones, symmetrize. There we go. That's what I wanted. Andre Yutz, hello, welcome. We're just doing some, we're setting up an octopus IK rig in Blender. So I need to select all these guys. I'm gonna move these guys upward. So this is what the IK poll is supposed to point at. So now, oopsies, I can go back to animation. We're in pose mode. Now I can take this IK bone that I wanted, and I'm gonna set the pull target to that. Oh, I need to set it to that specific. Okay, cool. So now, when I move this guy, oh. Okay, so it's gonna face, I need to fix this. I need to add a roll, probably 90 degrees, or 180 degrees, 180. There we go. So now that it's always gonna face, okay, maybe not, maybe it is 90. Yeah, okay, so it's always gonna face towards this guy, right? So basically the idea is if I bring this guy down, bring him in, I can adjust where this is pointing by moving this guy, is the idea. More or less, I think. That's interesting. Not sure I fully understand what's going on here. This might be a little bit above my abilities, but it's kind of working anyway. I think, because I wanted to have this for the attack move, but it might be a little bit. I might need to do some more reading about this before we get everything working on that. But I need to, just before we sort of give up on this guy, I'm wondering if the pull target is like a little wonky. Yeah, I think 90 is correct. So I'm gonna leave that at 90 degrees. I think it's just because I'm used to. I think what I need is what I need to have these bones be like pre-bent a little, if you know what I mean. Because the IK doesn't know which way to bend, I think is the problem, because these are like flat. So I think if I just take all these guys, can I? Yeah, just, that's probably not the way I want it though. I want around. I want to tilt all these guys like a little bit. But why is that tilting that way instead of the way I wanted? Okay, so I think if I just add a tiny bit of pre-bend on that, that's gonna do what I want. So let's add the tiny bit of pre-bend. And then I'm gonna do this around local? Is that gonna work? Yeah, so that's what. So pre-bend it just a tiny bit that way, right? And then the same thing on the end bone as well. But I kind of want it to go that way is the problem. It's going, I hate this. Okay. I guess that's what I'll have to do. Have to rotate. Because it's not rotating the way I want it to rotate is the problem. So if I hold it from here, what happens? I mean, that just might have to do. Remember Octodad? I didn't actually play it, but I remember when it came out. It was like a interesting vibe. Okay, that should be enough pre-bend, even though this is kind of wonky. I kind of, oh, maybe I can now bring these down a little bit. Okay. Oh, I guess what I should have done is I should have, because it's probably just the fact that I'm, so I'm going to hide these guys for a second. So now, I think what I should have done is select all these guys, move them to the place I want, which is like there. Now I can take these guys and adjust the curve. Basically, I just want it to be like a little bit curved, so it like this way, you know what I'm saying? So now if I do that, and then now if I go pose mode, and I move this guy around, ooh, what if instead of 3, what if it was 2? Okay, no, I definitely want 3. Anyway, it's... Or... Yeah, that's just what we'll have to do. So, I guess I'm gonna do the same thing for all these different ones. So, gonna go IK. Gonna pick, this guy. As my target. I'm gonna pick that guy as the pole target. Ooh, 90 degrees, chain length 3. So now, if I start moving the body, you can see that these guys stay where they are, or at least close enough to where they are. So now, that's gonna help with that, seems similar to what you're doing right now. I mean, it is like in that there's an octopus, but most of the game is not like this. This is just one small thing that I happen to be working on right now. But we'll get into the rest of the game in a second. This guy, we will do a IK. We're going to oh no. Anyway, Sarah, are you still here? Because if this is how you rig things, if you were wondering. So we're gonna pick that guy and that guy, yeah. Yeah, we're just doing. This is how you make the rig. There's gonna be a lot of this. Yeah. And I really wish there was an easy... I know a couple things, but the things you and... I know, yeah. The octopus is an enemy in the game. We're working on IK so that we can make his attack animation work properly. Okay. So, armature. This guy. Chain length 3. 90. Okay, cool. So now, I wish there was a way to... Can I copy... Is there a way to easily just copy constraints to an... I think I need to manually do this. I hate this. Inverse kinematics, armature. This is why auto riggers exist. Oh shit! I wasn't pointing. This is going to the wrong bone. It's that one. Armature and this guy. Once again, I really wish there was an easy way to copy paste this. There might be, but the Blender UI does not make that obvious. And I'm gonna finish doing this before I am able to figure it out. How hard is it to learn Blender for such purposes? That's a hard question to answer. Either extremely easy or... I mean, it's gonna take some time. It's gonna take some time. But, like, how much of a annoyance it is has to do with your patience, right? So I think the best attitude is to just kind of, like, understand that it's gonna take a long time, and don't get too frustrated with it. I'd head up, prep some scroopies, and get ready for a date. Ooh. And thanks for the stream. Good luck with the octopus. Well, good luck to you. Okay, so I will, inverse kinematics. Do the same thing that I've been doing over and over again. Wish this was faster. And that's not even the right bone. It's gotta be that guy. Inverse kinematics. Almost done. And then... Wait, is that the right pull target? I think I'm missing this guy. That's okay. We will, we'll fix that in a second. So... Whoopsies. Yeah, there is no pull target. Oh, no, there is a pull target for this one. There's just not for the other one. And then 90. Chain length 3, as usual. Is it going on the right one? Okay. I guess it's just too... This guy? Why are you not pointed towards what I want? I guess maybe you need to fix the pull target. Yes. That's okay, that's better. So, I need to quickly go back into edit mode. I need to armature symmetrize. Why did that not create a symmetric version? Maybe this is not named correctly? Okay. Dot L. Now I can symmetrize. Okay, cool. Okay, we go back. Now we do the last IK pull here. Pose mode. Going to add bone. Constraint. Picking this guy, and then picking this guy. Angle 90. Chain length 3. Now, I need to go. Good luck with your game. Thank you for giving me the luck. Good luck with your life as well. Okay, so now if I move this guy around, you can see his feet pretty much stay where they are, which is what we want. So that now means that, okay, so this is for the idle animation. What I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to, gonna grab all these guys. I wish I had a... Can I do this all in one go? Or do I need to keyframe all of these guys? Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and turn influence on this to 0 and keyframe that. And so now for this animation, the IK will have no effect because we already have this. Oh, did that do this for all of these? No. Well, oh, or is it because it's mirrored? No, it didn't. I have to do it for every goddamn one of them. I mean, I know I could make a driver. It's probably what I should do, but that's gonna take We're just trying to get this done quick and dirty. So, is that all keyframes? There we go. Okay, so now we have IK without affecting our original FK animation. Or I guess this guy needs to be keyframe this guy. Replace keyframe. Okay, so now our original FK animation is fine. But we're gonna go ahead to our attack. And now we're gonna turn back all of that. Can I just select everything? And then might have to do a driver. One? No. That only turned one of them on. I'm gonna turn on auto keying, but I don't think that'll have an impact on that. Okay. There's a lot of repetitive stuff. There's got to be a way to automate this. I got to figure out. But anyway. This is why for my human characters, I don't usually make my own rigs. I usually use ones that already exist. But you can't really do that for an octopus. Okay, so now we need to, I'm going to clear the pose for all of these bones. So now what we can do is I can pose, clear, transform all. I can start moving these guys around. So basically, this guy is going to, gonna take these guys, gonna move them like here. Okay, that's interesting. This guy is bending the way I would like him to, but this guy isn't. That's interesting. What if it's... No, that's not it. Okay. I'll deal with that later. So, here we have... we're going to key these in. And I kind of want to, like, make him, like, jump at you. So, like, here, I'm just going to set this to be, like, that. And then I'm gonna do K, all of them. This guy's gonna be like flipping out. This guy, you gotta move that in. Oopsies. That's interesting. Does the rotation of this guy matter? No, it doesn't. So, and then pose, clear, transform all. Okay, so he's kind of jumping at you. That's pretty cool. And then these guys are gonna move in. I'm gonna turn on X, frame 12, that's what I wanted. And then pose. So this is kind of the attack. I think that's probably better. And then move that out, maybe, yeah, like there. Yeah, delete that one. Delete that one. And then, so at the end, at frame 25, let's go up to, like, frame 60. Let's take it, like, a while for it to end. So, frame 60, I'm gonna pose, just pose, go transform all. So, it's gonna be, like, that. That's... we got, like, a lot of IK popping, which is not ideal. Like, so the targets are all weird looking, is the thing. What if they were, like, closer? Yeah, something's wrong here with the way that these are set up. Because this guy moves without popping. But this guy is, like, all weird. Okay, so... Or maybe, is it that these guys are keyed? So if I delete these keyframes... Ah, interesting. So I would have thought that the IK would override those, but maybe not? Because if I... Okay, maybe not. Yeah, this seems to matter. I wouldn't have thought that that would matter. I thought the IK would replace it. Also, I need to keyframe that guy in there. Yeah, on frame 0, because it's this is the attack animation. That guy's already keyed. That guy needs to be keyed. And keyed. And keyed. Oh. That's looking better. So it could be that it's just all these guys here. I don't know why. I feel like they should be overridden by the IK, but for some reason they're not. Just delete all these, and then pose, clear transform all. Interesting. Okay, so if the poses are cleared, then interesting. So if I go to frame 0, and I go to pose, clear transform all, interesting, and then I delete these guys. There we go, that's actually way better. Anyway, I think that's like a good... That's an interesting basic attack animation. So, Cesar, if you're still here, you can see that, you can see it's a little bit more head crabby. And then I'm gonna also, like... So, that's gonna be all the way back. And then I'm also gonna make, like, some secondary... like, motion here. And then at this frame 60 here, I'm going to tilt it back again. Cool. It's cursed. It's a pretty cursed looking animation. They're all working well. But we're gonna export and then go back to the game. Also, I gotta go just make sure that these guys. I need to uncheck deform on all these guys. On all the additional bones here. So I'm gonna go top view. It's gonna be easier to see. Okay, deform, unchecked. Unchecked. Just make sure they're all unchecked. Okay. None of these guys are deformed, and none of these guys should be deformed either. This is just because I would want to make sure these guys don't get exported. I really wish there was a way to do this for, like, multiple legs. Having 8 legs is so annoying. I say legs. They're tentacles. They're not legs, but you know how it is. Okay. Let's see. Do I have anybody still watching? We're going to export this to the game. Octopus.gltf. Okay, cool. We're going back into the game. Alright. How's this guy doing? Oh, is he not? He's not playing the right animation. 1 second. I have. Yeah, so he's not. What's his attack? What's his animation? Animator 12, which is attack. Maybe the export wasn't done correctly. So, do file export GLTF animation mesh apply modifiers material animation bake sampling animations. We have that set to correct. Optimize animations. I'm just going to disable viewport for other objects. Armature. There's one armature. Oh, I need to do export deform brothers only. That'll do part of it, but okay. Export octopus.gltf. Let's try that again. And then I'm going to take this guy and reload him. Oh god. Something happened. He's all messed up looking. That's a little weird. Alright. So. We have... all these bones are keyed. Okay. I'm just gonna do get everything, make sure everything is keyed on that one. Shading. Sorry. Why is that? Okay. Okay, animation. Export. Let's try exporting this guy again. GLTF. Octopus. Now, reload my octopus. Did nothing. What's his animation 8? Maybe animation 8 is all messed up. Animation 8. Which is probably move forward, I think. Okay. Interesting. I don't see anything in this animation. So I think that might be it. So let's add some frames. Pose, clear transform all. Interesting. Now export back to octopus.gltf. Now what happens if I reload it now? Nothing. Why is this broken? Alright, well this is one of those streams apparently where I'm having a lot of issues. Like what is that? What is that one there? So. Pose mode. Let's try, maybe it's a weight painting issue. Weight paint? Interesting. Why is it not selecting? Weight paint. Do I need to turn off these guys here? Okay, yeah, apparently I do. It might be... Everything looks proper here. Oops, the animation isn't lasting long enough. So what I can do is, what happens if I go to character? I go to attack delay. Am I live? One second. Am I live? Is the game... Did I get disconnected somehow? No, okay, I'm here, I'm here apparently. Alright, I don't know. Today's stream isn't going super well. Okay, so if I take this guy... Okay, I'm gonna close Blender. I don't think it needs to be open right now. Gonna increase the length of the delay to like 400. Gonna do 200 and then 400. And that should give us a little bit longer. Alright. Things are not going well. I think we need to... I mean, it's kind of working, but his legs aren't moving properly. So I think what I need to do is I'm just going to take a mulligan on this guy. I'm going to take a mulligan on this guy, and then we're going to work on something else. Because I think this guy's just being irritating and annoying, and I need to deal with him off stream. He's got too many legs. That's just the way it is. So, I'm going to start fresh here. We're going to start a brand new thing here. We're going to work on something else. Now, what are we going to work on? We're going to find out. So, still got another half hour at least. I'm going to grab the sword. And I'm just going to play for a bit. Get some more soda. This is what everyone wants to see, isn't it? Oh yeah, I should talk to Vinny. As always. Hopefully you guys can read the text now, because I made it bigger. Alright, he does this whole thing. Okay, who's Connor? You got a campfire. You can probably see it from here. I can indeed see the smoke, at least. So we're going to continue. Alright, bye. Okay. One second. We're waiting for him to come back. He'll come back in just a second. So, he's gonna be back talking to us. We got our spyglass. Okay. Got it. So, basically, Vinny is asking us to... sorry, I need to be able to see chat right now. We got a little bit of a spyglass. I'm gonna talk to friggin' Connor first, though. I did a little bit of rewrites of Connor's dialogue, so we're gonna work on that. So, he thinks he's saved. Is that your ship right in the water? Well, it's gonna be hard to crew the ship with just two of us. We did run our ship aground. As you can see, it is touching a rock. You must be famished. Would you like anything to eat? Sure. However, I've only got one egg. This is the standard thing that we do with Connor. He wants us to get eggs for him. Oh, no. Bye. I meant to pick this up. So, I'm going to go up here. This is where the eggs are. I hope this is more obvious that this is climbable, because I did a little bit more. I made this edge more highlighted a little bit. So we're going to go up here. We'll grab the eggs. If I can get up. Yeah, there we go. Grab some eggs. Go back down, as always. I'll probably play, like, this section of the game, like, a cajillion times. Which is interesting, but, you know. Alright. I got the eggs. Now take the eggs in the skillet over to the fire and cook them up. Okay, he needs to say something here. I need to fix that. So anyway, I'm gonna... Oh. I touched the fire. I wasn't supposed to. So cook. We got a little bit of a bug here. I'm gonna take my eggs. Gonna cook them. We got an omelet, but for some... The camera's not supposed to be spinning around here, by the way. Interesting. So we got our omelet. We're gonna talk to him again. You can have this, you earned it. If you're still hungry, you could try looking for some clams. I've seen them on the beach at low tide. And that's also a new thing, because I needed to signpost the fact that clams are a thing. And also that tides are a thing, more importantly. Because, once again, I think I demonstrated that there's no way to get onto the ship without tides. You need to wait until the right time, when the tides are at a certain point. So it's basically like, certain things are accessible at low tide, and certain things are accessible at high tide, right? So, like, the ship you can only get to at high tide, but the clams you can only get at low tide, is the idea. In fact, we should probably make some, like, tidal pools specifically for clam diving. The game starts at low tide, so, like, basically, anything that should be... Actually, I think that's something that I'll work on. I'll make some tidal pools, just to make it extra obvious that tides are a thing. So, where's the... So if I go along here, there should be a clam somewhere. But I might not be able to get to it. Oh, okay, so yeah. Here we go, these guys. As you can see, I can reach them, but if it were later in the day, I wouldn't be able to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quit out of here, and we're going to make some tidal pools. We're going to do some terrain editing. So, I'm going to restart that. Then, we're going to go in. And we're going to go ahead and flatten this part out. We're going to go to terrain. And I want to make it so that the tidal pools are, like, just above where the water is. So, flatten. Basically. I'm going to go ahead and smooth that out. I'm going to go to... flatten. I'm going to go to a specific height. I'm going to pick the target height, which is... Oh, see, I'm going to sample the target height. Then I'm going to fix these guys. So, basically like that. I need to sample a little bit different, actually. I'm going to sample right here. Increase the size, and now... you can see, I guess I'll sample just a little bit higher. It's right above where the, this is like just barely above where the water level is. So now I'm going to flatten that out. Sorry, smooth it out. Then I'm going to take subtract. And you can see that is a tidal pool, basically. So when the water recedes, I'm going to go ahead and smooth that out even more. I'm going to add. So when the water recedes, it's going to leave like little pools, right? Where you can find where you can find little things to eat and stuff, like clams. So I'm gonna, and this happens in real life, by the way. This is like a real phenomena. If you've ever gone to a beach with like really big tides, it like leaves behind these little pools when the tide washes out. So now, subtract. Yeah. And I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna take my clams. We're gonna make a clam spawner. I'm gonna duplicate that. I'm gonna put a bunch of clam spawners in here. So now, let's save. Go. Are the clams gonna spawn, or do I need to restart? I'm gonna restart. So, if we get back, we're gonna see that we're gonna have some clams spawning in the little tidal pools. There we go. So, because it is low tide, it means the like we can access these areas. So, basically, I'm going to go over this way, and we're gonna pick these. You can see that we get the prompt, the icon. So, but now, if I were to take the time of day, and I were to change it to high tide, like, I don't know, I guess 800? I can't reach these anymore. See? I can't get them. They're too far below me. So basically, the whole idea is that, and you can see, look how far the shoreline has moved, right? This was all above water before. So the whole idea is, yeah, I can't get these now, but if you take the time and you go back to low tide, which is here, now we can reach these little tidal pools that have clams in them, which I think is pretty darn cool. I probably need to smooth this out, like, even a little bit more. So we're gonna go back to terrain. Sorry, terrain. We're gonna smooth this out a little bit even more. We're gonna go to smooth. Gonna increase the size. Need to actually, let's add some. Just like lightly. Go back to smooth. Gonna increase the strength like a lot, because I want this to be really smooth. Kinda, yeah. So that's just gonna bring in like a... That's probably too much smooth. Back to add. Yeah, just very brief. Like, I'm gonna change to like real low. It's gonna really slowly add. Okay, so smooth. Yeah, that's what I want. Add like 0.5. 0.5. There we go. Smooth that out a little bit more. Add. And now, subtract. Add here. Smooth. Just a little bit. Just a little smooth now. Now, I think we can hit save. And there are our tidal pools. It looks a little bit more natural now, I think. That's kind of what a tidal pool looks like in real life. But anyway. We are going to... What do we got to do now? So now, like, I think that's hopefully explain tides a little bit. Because, like, there's also these rocks here that I wanted to add. Like, if I jump to here. The purpose of this rock is merely to show that it exists now, but it's going to disappear later because of the tide. But anyway. Let's go back to here. That guy went in for a hard landing. Okay. So. What are we gonna add here? I'm just, like, wondering, is there more dialogue that I could add for tides, to explain tides? Like, one thing that I could do is I could add, like, barnacles to the hull. I mean, actually, I do need to fix some things that are wrong with this model, so I'm actually going to do that right now. As you can see, there's this weird gap here. So I'm going to go back to Blender for a moment. We're going to turn on the stream music, and then we're going to fix that up, and then I think that's probably all we're going to do today. We're coming up on 4 o'clock, I think. So, let's get my playlist going. There we go. And we're going to open Blender back up again. And we're just going to work on the ship. Where's the ship? Here are we. No, not that one. That's the cannon. So, gonna hide that. Yeah, so as you can see, we have some issues here. I just need to basically fill in some gaps. So I'm going to select that. Just going to hit face. That's going to create a new face that's going to fill in that gap. But there's some issues with it. Not the least of which have to do with these need to be sharp. Although that's probably already done for us. I need to... What's the whole... So this guy needs to be probably take this guy, unwrap, follow active quads. That didn't work. Why didn't that work? Oh, because there's a seam in the way. So I'm gonna clear that seam. Then I'm gonna follow active quads. Unwrap, follow active quads. There we go. Continues the wood pattern. This guy needs to follow active quads as well. I mean, actually, this whole thing is like a little bit... I'm just gonna UV unwrap this whole section because it's all weird looking. This guy too needs to be... has a bunch of wonky sections in it. So select that. UV. Just make sure it follows that. That's pretty good. Cool. Now, I can continue. There's like a weird gap here. I'm just gonna go ahead and basically... This is another guy that has a seam that he doesn't need, so I'm gonna clear that seam. Gonna select this. Gonna shift D to duplicate it. Gonna bring it up. Yeah, that works. Although it should be pushed out so it matches up with there. And this guy needs to be brought in just a hair. Oh, wait. Well, actually, this guy needs a face. We're gonna just give it some edge grain. End grain, I mean, not edge grain. Select that face, push it inward. And now, that's should be good there. I'm wondering if we actually do need this, because here we have have it sort of like wide open. So I'm actually gonna delete this whole thing. So we have this now open. It's just to create enough space so that we can crawl in and out of it. But I'm gonna extend these guys here so that they meet up with the top. And then, sorry, I'm just gonna put them in the middle. This guy needs to be moved that way. Okay, almost done here. Just keep it more or less straight. So now, that should be a big enough gap for a person to fit through. So now I'm going to take everything and export it. Export everything as the as character.gltf. Character2.gltf, which should be good. So save. What do we got here? All right. Now, let's see what the back section here looks like. So this is with all our fixes. It's a little bit more room to maneuver. We might need to do some stuff with the camera though, because right now the camera is just gonna go right through that thing. I mean, actually, that's not that bad, because it just kind of hides it. Like, as long as the problem is when it goes into his face. But that's fine for now. But can we... Okay, we can still jump onto there. Can we squeeze through here? I mean, that's good enough. I guess more importantly is if we push this guy... if we push that guy... Although I guess we can't push it because it's too easy to grab onto, unfortunately. Interesting. I mean, we can't get up there because it's low tide right now. So we gotta wait until the tide goes higher. Interesting. But that should solve that anyway. Yep. So we did some tidal pools. We fixed the fixed this guy, and then we did a whole bunch of work on an octopus that that we had to give up a little bit on. Yeah, he's like sticking into the ground. His IK was a mistake, by the way. Yeah. Nobody likes to watch when I don't know what I'm doing, basically. Yeah. Alright. Sun in the way. What do we got? I'm just gonna go back to playing for a second. I think everything that needs to be saved is saved. And there's our tidal pools. We can see them from here now. Looks a little bit interesting. So, I'm gonna grab our sword again, and, let's go do some fighting. I always, like, kind of wonder, because, like, I actually recently recut the trailer. I'm kind of wondering, it's like, how much... Because the game's not really about fighting, but there is fighting in it. It's like, how much of the trailer should be combat? Because, like, everybody probably wants to see the combat. Because, I mean, I say this because, like, this game is like a Zelda-like. Like, it's like Zelda. I mean, it's like Zelda plus Monkey Island, kind of. And basically, neither of those games are about combat, but at least in a Zelda game, combat is important, but it's not like kind of what the game is about, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, looking at what's in the Zelda trailer is useless because Zelda is made by Nintendo, and Nintendo doesn't follow the same rules as everybody else does when it comes to trailers. Because it's like, they don't really need to advertise the fact that this is a game series that you're interested in, because, like, if you're watching the trailer, you probably already know everything about the series. Like, you don't need to explain everything about the game, which is something that I need to do. So it's like, yeah, like, basically AAA trailers are, like, a completely different, like, form of media. Because, like, if you're watching the trailer for A Short Odyssey, chances are you've never heard of A Short Odyssey before. You don't know what kind of game it is. And one thing that I noticed is, like, everybody assumes that it's the survival game. So I need to try really hard to make it very clear that it's not a survival game, because it's not a survival game in any way, shape, or form of the word. Like, I don't know. So it's an unsolved problem. Like, it's an action-adventure RPG type game. Like, it's, And I guess this is the little bit of Dark Souls thrown in part. These kind of fights. Oh, shit. Like, really brutal combat. So I need to probably roll. Probably should be rolling. Okay, so the key is you can't get too many guys ganging up on you at once, or else you're kind of cooked. So you kind of gotta, like, hit and run, right? And he does have a big weapon, so he kind of tends to hit the other guy, which is part of the strat, maybe. Like, okay. We got one guy left. Ooh, jeez. Gotta be careful, gotta be careful. Yeah, so basically, once you're one-on-one, it's actually quite easy to deal with. But the struggle is dealing with multiple enemies. Anyway. So we have killed everybody off on the fort, so I guess we can grab, like, we can grab the bombs that are hiding in here. Also grab a little hit thing here. Some random rubble in here. Let's pick up the bombs. 5 bombs. Nice. Okay. Oh, there's also a scroll. Gonna give us some, like, probably background about conquistadors and stuff like that. Yeah, I need to change the background of this to match the dialogue scrolls, because, like, I feel like this should be in black, and on a scroll type background. So I'll do that later. But anyway, this is kind of the vibe. Let's see if I can use a bomb on somebody. Wait, 1 second. Just want to check something real quick. Yeah. Alright. Alright, so there should be a javelina over here that I can probably smack with this bomb. If I can hit it. Alright. Javelina, what's up? Eat some bomb. Oh, I totally missed. Oh, it bounced off him. Now I'm being chased. I guess we should pull out the sword again. Oh god, he's gonna kill me. I should eat. No, I don't have anything to eat. No! I died! I died! Okay, I actually gotta go. It's like 4 o'clock now, but, Compasio, hey, sorry that you're tuning in right at the end of the stream. But it is 4 o'clock now. I've been streaming for 2 hours. It is time for me to knock off. I got, we'll leave you with this guy. But, if you haven't liked and subscribed, you can do that now. And, you can always rewind, watch the rest of the stream if you're interested in what we were doing earlier. We're gonna get killed again. But, like and subscribe. Don't forget to join the Discord if you're interested in the game and you want to ask me If you want to ask me questions you didn't get a chance to on stream, yeah, it's good to see you too. If you want to get a chance to ask questions and you didn't get a chance to ask them on stream, you can join the Discord. You can ask them there, and you can also ask longer questions because sometimes I don't get to everything on stream. And also, don't forget to wishlist the game. There's also a link to that down below. And with that, I will see you guys on Thursday next week. So Thursday, 11 a.m. Eastern Time. That's when the stream is. And finally, yeah, that's it. I'll talk to you guys later. But thank you for tuning in. I really do appreciate everybody who did. All right. Bye, everyone.